Okay, so the chat I have usually pulled up on my phone for some reason. It doesn't like the chat in both that. And the camera is there, and then there's one down there. So if you don't want to be in it, then just keep that in mind. So let me post my stuff.
So on the live stream, do I have to call you Jay instead of Josh? Like so?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
It's just like there's lots of precautions you take so you don't get swatted.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you don't want to run into one of those.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's see. Okay, you know, it's not going to work. Oh well. So let's just get this on the way. Actually, I gotta turn this on too. It's just all kind of like portfolio, so when I show people stuff, they so it's just kind of portfolio to show people. This will be pretty quick, but it will be pretty much a rave party, so it will look pretty good. So
Where'd you intern for AYT?
So you're probably Lenovo.
Lenovo.
Yeah, that's where I do all that stuff. Yeah, it was pretty money there as well. But it was, yeah, it was more on the workstation stuff, so that's what I got to do. And it was pretty interesting doing that. Put that down there. So it was pretty interesting. I don't know, it was a lot of it was pretty boring actually. There wasn't much that I ended up doing. Like there was certain things, but there was a lot of just like learning. And I still haven't started my presentation for that at all. So
when are you presenting? December? Like
no, it's the next. It's between the two semesters.
Yeah, because I have to go like watch one of the senior presentations anyways.
Yeah, you get to watch me mess up. I don't have half the stuff, and she's yeah. The other thing is just avoid saying names, because you say names, you get people drawn into stuff. Yeah. But no, so it's a lot of mess that I gotta do still.
It seems like a chill presentation though when I watched it, because like it's like
there's a lot of extra stuff. You have to do like packets and
oh, you have to do packets.
There's like you have to do like 4 different projects too along with them. Like what the heck?
So like my friend got a 90 on it. Like it was like his 5th elective or something, and he got a 90 on it. I was like, how do you get 90? He goes, there's so much stuff. If you know, yeah, this one kid in NYT is really, he just got really meta, you know.
Okay, so that's your motherboard.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fancy. I'm gonna make sure I get the stream up so when people start screaming, I'm going to have it. Okay, well, legit right now. Ooh, I broke some stuff already, and now I'm done. I'm building mine Wednesday. Okay, so. Well, here we are. We're building one today. So you get the special RGB RAM. It's going to look really good. So
what's the graphics on? Is it
same thing. It's a 6 GB, but same thing as your. And actually, we don't need this. If you don't mind, I'm just going to keep this for somebody else, since you already got yourself a nice fancy, really nice rave one as well. Yeah. So processor. You get a pile of stickers as well. So let's put that just there for now. Okay. I've done this so many times. That was the most scariest part when I first built my computer, was putting that in there, and I've done it so many times. It's not a.
Did you learn this in computer engineering class? Or
I never took that class.
Oh, you didn't? Oh,
Nope.
I took that class.
I've yeah, I never. Yeah, for some reason I just felt like I had already known too much for that class, and that would have just been a waste of time. There were some other classes I could have taken, but I was like, Yeah, there was a lot of stuff, and welcome everybody. I see a lot of people talking. But here's the RGB RAM, which I gotta sniff it out. That's.
Have you ever used one of those? No?
It's of course it's like same concept and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's something different, which it's kind of why I like doing this. You get to see the different stuff without having to pay for the different stuff. So that's kind of part of the thing is you get to build with it, but you get to.
How about the liquid cool? Like it's.
I
like
have one actually. I have one back in my system, but it's
really? So you've done it before?
It's like the reason the full loop is what the problem is because I've never done that. I mean, I want to do that, but it's kind of there's a lot of problems like something may break or something may come loose, and you don't want a bunch of liquid going through your system, and that's kind of don't want that to have happen. Okay, well, the camera is surprisingly good. Well, thank you for the support on that one. I worked on that one a little bit. Let's see. This is the expensive, nice stuff, so let's see how it goes. I'm sure it's all on there. And my younger brother, you can hear him rattling to his friends over there. He has the same kind of RAM. It's just slightly. I'm gonna get my head in the stream too, but he has the same kind of RAM. It's just not RGB. So you get the fancy stuff, which it will look good. Don't worry.
How long did it take you to be like good at gaming with like keyboard and stuff, or were you never like a console player?
So console, story from me. I used to stream on the Xbox One playing Minecraft, and that was back when Twitch was just starting out. And so for a period of time, I was the #1 Twitch streamer on there for Minecraft, the Xbox One edition, and I'd have something like 500 viewers at some times. And I mean, I was back in middle school, and so it was pretty advanced and stuff. And then they decided to combine the Xbox One Minecraft section with the regular Minecraft section, and then went all my views because you don't get the views from being a top guy playing it, and so that was kind of disappointing. So that was the end of that. And then I kind of did some Minecraft in high school. Sophomore year, I did like a little stream where I would stream on YouTube, and that's where I kind of got into YouTube. And then last year I started this little channel where I do the. Actually, let's see. I probably need to. Let's start this channel where I go through and do computer stuff. Here's the liquid cooler, and this thing looks. So cool. It's gonna look cool. I gotta make sure These are always different, but kind of the same properties. So, find these instructions. But that's just warranty information. So, that's great. Let's find the instructions. So what we got? AM4. Oh, I did not need to take those off. Okay. Yeah. I just kind of have it. The other thing about building computers is like it's something like it's not that difficult. It's like building Legos. I know as you can tell, I kind of like Legos.
Yeah.
So it's just.
My brother showed me like the one where you did the Legos for the computer case.
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
That was. I wish they made Lego sets for that. What's up, LEE Tech? How's it going, man? A building live stream. Yeah, we're building the computer on a live stream.
How long did it take you to do just like the Lego thing, like figuring out how to do it?
Oh, that was a lot of work. There we go. Okay. So, make sure that's all back on. I probably should not have taken that off, but that was my. Didn't read the instructions first. Let's see. So, it's time to put the cooler on. So, fancy liquid cooler. Make a lot of people Very jealous because it will be rave party cooler. Put that down here for now. I don't know what extra stuff I gotta do. We'll see on that one. This is just where you gotta follow the directions, kind of point. So, what's up? Don't forget about the G28 screws. I will make sure I don't. I just gotta get all this stuff out. They put a whole bunch of extra stuff in here when you really don't need extra stuff. So, at least in your case, you don't. But. Nope. Okay. What is your main job? Me? A student. That's what my main job is at the moment. Yeah, getting ready to go to college. So, yeah, fun stuff. We'll see how that goes. That's another adventure. Yeah, we'll see on that one. But yeah, I just gotta constantly look at the chat. That's part of the thing. Let's see what we got here. Turn this on. Okay. Oh. Very active chat. Yeah, I know. I heard it's better to pair AMD GPUs with AMD CPUs. Was I lied to? So, it doesn't make a difference. Like you're gonna get better performance if you get a 1080 Ti and a Ryzen processor, or you get a Intel processor and an AMD GPU. It's just it really does kind of depend on, you know, the parts you're individually getting and how they work. You like, obviously you don't want to get like a low end processor with a high end GPU, but that's about the farthest you should go when you're building something like that. The Gatcast, I know. Thank you for pointing that out. You just get to watch. You just it's gonna takes a little bit of time. Oh. I'm planning on doing this like, oh crap, it's not paying attention. Planning on doing this for like a job in college or whatever. Just like, hey, I'll build your computer and hopefully make a little bit of money off of that instead of having to work like fast food or something. But
yeah, you make so much more money for computers and stuff.
Well, I mean, it's kind of sometimes yeah, sometimes you won't.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you're doing.
Plus, you get to like expand like your knowledge of computers once you build them. And
Yeah, like yeah, it's just I mean, there's only so many ways you can build a computer too, and you need to keep that in mind. This one I gotta say is an easier way of installing a liquid cooler. The one back there that I have sitting in my computer.
Yeah.
That had like a whole mounting bracket system that had to go in the back of the motherboard.
Oh.
Yeah, that one took a while. Not to mention instead of having like this size, it was like triple it. Yeah, it was it's not RGB though, so it's not going to be fancy, super fancy cooling, but like this. But yeah, pair a Ryzen with an RX 580. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually what I would pair with it. Okay, so how do I want to mount this in your computer? I'm assuming. How do you want this cooler mounted? Okay, so I'm assuming it's supposed to go like that. So I can have it like that in the cooler, or I don't know how to. Maybe no, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing that. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it that way, so it's mounted like that. But. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure it lines up first. Okay. What's up, Mama Jammas? Is one rod enough? It's this is a keep in mind this is a 2600 AMD Ryzen 2600, so we'll be perfectly fine. Oh, this is nice stuff. And then, yeah, I'll be fine. I'm not worried about this cooling it. I think it's got like a 95 watt TDP. Pair an i5-2300K with, or I mean that's like a 1080, and I mean even so, you can get like a 1080 Ti and that'd still be fine. You can pair it with it fine. Did I pin this outside? I have a feeling I did. Okay, I did do that one. Okay. Can't tell, it's going to be a couple of trials in here. I pair it. Man, Majamas, you're getting in there, man. I remember we were freaking playing Minecraft together, and you're already giving advice on that. So the first day at Lenovo, when I was doing my internship, I had to switch out the motherboard on this computer. And it wasn't that that's what I was doing there. I wasn't really switching out motherboards the whole time. It was, that was what I was assigned my first day, to kind of get familiar with the stuff there. And I put all the systems, or take out the motherboard, put the new motherboard in, take out the processors, put all that stuff, and around, it was 2 in that system. And, turn on the system, and I was curious what the specs were on that system. So, there was a 28 core Xeon That's quite a bit pricey.
Yeah.
And I had 2 of them that I almost, or could have easily done. I have an i7 5820K, and I want to get a 420 liquid cooler, but not the highest, but a good one. Can I do it with the GTX 1080, or will it be bottlenecked? Yeah, Swiss Army knife. No, we're not doing the Verge again. No, so the you should be fine. I mean, the thing is, like, if you get a higher end processor, you'll be fine. It's just that, like, when you bottleneck something, like, or you're gonna bottleneck if you get. I mean, you still could. I mean, it really depends on the. It really does kind of depend on what your individual stuff is. Okay, come on. There we go. That's one. Okay, I gotta find it down, but that's good. This mounting system is quite interesting. So, I actually like this a lot. It's easier to do. There we go. That took a little bit more work than I liked, but oh well. If it won't bottleneck your 1080, but I think it's a 1080 Ti, so I think that might be the thing there. Is you got to keep that in mind. It's a 1080. What's this CPU fan here? That's the pump header. Okay, so that will get put somewhere else. Okay, so there we go. What else we gotta get? I think we get the case out now. We go to town on that. So and it's an FDI. Okay, that's the assortment of different headers. There's another sticker in there somewhere. Okay, I'm going to put this. Actually, we should probably install the fans on there too while we're at it. So, how did they do this? Maybe. Yeah. So, you want this going out. Okay. Time is 100% on my CPU. So that means your CPU is probably bottlenecking. Brian, let's see what we got here. So. Let's do that. Place that upwards. It's all about cable management too. You don't want it to look like a mess when you're done. Especially, I'm gonna probably say this is gonna look the nicest out of everything I've done before. Like, of course, it's gonna be a rave party. And this one's should have the music set up too, so you should be able to do all the music. So you can have the music synced up to whatever you're doing. Another one. Yeah, it could be the game as well, not just bottlenecks on that system, but never know. Okay. Oh, that's cool. It has the screws have screws inside of them. That's really cool. And then we'll throw this. I'll be putting it in the case in a second. But yeah, is the Armor MK2 okay RX 580? So I don't know. You'll have to do like benchmarks and stuff, user benchmarks and stuff. I'll tell you a lot of information about that. Let's get the case out. There's like a pile of stuff to do. Make sure onto the screws. There we go. Time to get your case out of there. Grab that. Oh, guys, you feel that? That's the classic taste of static electricity right there. In case you're curious, I just desensitized by touching the case, so it's. Oh, there goes the battery. So, I'll just fix that in a second. Same case as your brother, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully this time we don't get the nice motherboard that decides not to work.
Yeah, we were like scared when we were installing it, like because we were putting in the HDMI and it just didn't show up for any of the monitors. And then we switched out HDMI cables and then it just suddenly worked for a second. We were like, we don't know what we did.
So I'm pretty sure it's the motherboard. So I don't think it's you guys doing anything.
Yeah.
I was hoping the motherboard would stay afloat until I could get the manufacturer to send me a new one, but as you can assume, they decided against that. So here we are, kind of just chilling out, hoping that I ordered a completely different motherboard, so I'll just swap it out and send that one back and get my monies back, because they wanted like a month to so it would take a couple weeks to get there. Month, it'd take a couple weeks to get it back. And I'm going, why in the world would I want to wait all that time? I mean, I know, I'm not the one that has to deal with it, but you know, I think I'm not the one that wants to do that. So, yeah, we got 11 people watching. Yay. So, which one of these screws, the standoffs? What's up, Joe Anonymous? How's it going? Yeah, pottery I made a while ago, but it's good. So. fix this, get this stuff mounted real quick. Would an AMD GPU work better with Ryzen than an NVIDIA GPU? No. Like, I mean, it's hard to tell because the way that things are done nowadays, it's really, like you put an AMD GPU with an AMD processor, it doesn't necessarily mean it will overall be better. Like, if you get a good, like the top end AMD GPU and then the top end, so if you get like the top end AMD GPU and then you get the top end NVIDIA GPU, but you still have a Ryzen 18 or 2700X, then you're still going to get better performance out of the NVIDIA GPU, even though it's a whole different system, and that's just because the graphics card is better. If you match them, it really also, especially for gaming, Intel is the best for gaming if you're just doing gaming. And I don't like argue that, like, but the other thing is Intel's having a lot of issues nowadays where their processors are not like planned to last. So like this processor you're getting has the equivalent of the i9, the newest i9, in threads and cores, and so since the newest has that, all the games are building for that, and so speed is becoming less and less important over the core count.
Isn't it like cheaper by a couple $100 too for Intel and
For the
AMD?
whole system, yeah. Same MSI motherboard will look better with an MSI GPU. No, that's even less true because the thing of, well, I mean, I can't say because I haven't factually tested it, but I can't say like for certain, but I would assume since it's just a graphics card, any graphics card will work fine with any. I mean, I've used all different combinations of systems. Basically, you're just talking about the chip, the like physical chip that's going as graphics is still going to be an NVIDIA chip, and the brand doesn't matter. Same with the motherboard. Actually, I've had a couple of issues with the MSI motherboard. You know, his brother's computer I was building for. That was not an experience I'd like to repeat.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't repeat it today. Actually, I got wood here now. So, there we go. We've increased, so we don't have a repeat of that. But, there we go. And, okay, I thought it was, no, it really doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, you can, there's someone that's going to say, oh yeah, it's better. It's really not. Yeah, don't let anybody tell you that, like, specifically buy all one brand. It's probably the brand itself. Let's see what we got. Okay, we're good. So, I'm going to take off this back fan where I put the GPU, or the cord. What's up, Shy Boy? Oh boy, all the old people. Oh, I shouldn't leave that screw anymore. What's up, all the old people from video game days are joining in on the stream as well. Surprised 11 people want to watch me fool around. Oh well. So, it's time to get a motherboard. That was a stupid mistake. You open this and go back. This is where I cut myself, guys. Just do open that for me. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Yeah, time to install screws now. And then I'll put the radiator on there. It'll be good. And for the so I have a motherboard with an uncommon chipset. So if I want to upgrade my CPU, I also need to buy a new chipset. So depends on the motherboard and the chipset, because sometimes an odd chipset means you're at a disadvantage. Yes. Sometimes an odd chipset means that you're fine. You can just upgrade the chipset. Sometimes there's a better CPU. I mean, in particular, if the processor has been made specifically for that chipset, that's usually only counts for like systems where there is a or when there's a, for example, you have like an APU or an all-in-one system where it's just a single board. Usually in like, and I guess nowadays DVRs, they have sometimes, like the one that I have back here, there's a motherboard that has an integrated processor. And for the price of a nice one, I can get a way better one. So basically, it's like for Ryzen, you can get a better processor. Like if for your system here, if you wanted to upgrade your CPU down the line, this motherboard would support any new CPU till 2020. So basically, that means that you're kind of good till then if you ever want to upgrade. Then, of course, if you have something that's no longer supported, like past 2020, which I don't think see you needing to upgrade, you're probably more likely just to have to redo the whole system at that point. And the other thing is, I got you the case is nice, power supply is nice, so all you have to upgrade, like you're saving things you want to upgrade in the future. Power supply is a 10-year warranty, so you're going to be fine if you ever want to upgrade that. There we go. Okay. Might be a problem. So, turn it up this way. Okay. See how long the sockets can I get instead? You've got to look it up. Like it's something I can't tell you off the top of my head. I wish I was that good with that kind of stuff. I could tell you this kind of stuff off the top of my head. Okay. So this stuff right here. I'm really excited to see how this looks. And of course you gotta decide where you want to put all your stickers. Okay, let's move this up here. Screwdriver. I want to be able to make or touch a gaming PC. What's the difference between them, by the way? So why they always have to upgrade a different socket and chipset, why they have to make new ones, is because basically, like, it'll come out with a new processor. It'll have more, like lanes, like processing like more connections to different parts of the computer, and debating whether or not that was a smart idea. Oh well. Tight spot for me to get into. That's fine. So, let's put the graphics card in, and then we'll go from there. I just noticed that all those Ryzen boxes, I mean, yeah, we may like Ryzen a little bit. I mean, I do have an Intel box back there. But that was my brother. He wanted a gaming system, and I'm not going to deny that Intel has the best gaming processor, and he had the budget for it. But if you're going for mid-range stuff, after all, my brother did save a long time for his computer. But if you got the budget for it, then it's definitely worth it. That's the problem, is Intel's expensive. Little graphics card. Very nice and shiny.
Is your PC 1080 or is it
1080 Ti? It's a founder's edition though, so it's like I've got like a couple boxes. Those I actually got from internship. So they let me keep the boxes. I was like, yeah, let's go for it. I was like, yeah, why not keep the boxes? Yeah. Well, there was a lot of stuff. They're like, yeah, if you want boxes, sure, why not? You should totally make a gaming PC free because you know I'm your dank demon. Yeah. Yeah. Make you a free gaming PC. You know, I wish I made that much off of YouTube.
like a giveaway or something.
Oh yeah. I need to get sponsored.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. AMD, please just call me up. You know. Actually, if they sent me like the newest like workstation grade processor, yeah, you'll get the used hand-me-downs. How about that?
How many times have you gotten sponsored though? Like, is it like multiple?
There's some boxes back there of stuff that, like, I don't know, what do you call it, sponsored? Because I've gotten free stuff.
Like multiple times though. Like they call you back and stuff.
I've had that a couple times, but most of the stuff is just like they want to see what I'm doing, what I can do.
You like review it and stuff.
And then I review it, and then they. Oh, so this is all one RGB party. Okay.
Have you ever gotten one that you just didn't like at all?
Oh, I don't review them, or I don't do it then.
Oh, you don't?
I don't even do it. Like, so I had one that wanted to send me like a, I'm trying to remember what it was. It was something like a tape. It was a tape, like a table, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with the table? Like.
Did you have to like give it back or?
Oh, I don't. They don't mail it. I have to give them my address and stuff,
and
then they mail it to me, and so. Then that's kind of where it goes from there. Research switch. So, a bunch of different cables in here. Okay. So, start cleaning stuff off. Interesting. I haven't seen that much. Fan controller, but never seen it done that way. A lot of individual parts on this cooler. It will look good. It's just a lot of different stuff. Red Imp. Yeah. My uncle works for Intel, so I could get them cheaper, but I wanted a router all-rounder, so I want a Ryzen. Yeah, you should tell your uncle just to, stop by. Hey, I could go for a sponsorship, you know? You could stop by and, just, hey, just check it out, The email's down below. Just, stop by and hit me up with some, merch and stuff. Yeah. Too bad it's not like Discord where you stop by and they give you a bunch of free stuff. Yeah, that's all the way in San Francisco, sadly, so. Okay. Would you ever do anything? Would you ever do another Red Imp review? So, I mean, I'd love to do another Red Imp review. It's all. I'm putting stuff on Russian. Okay. I don't know if they're ever gonna send me more stuff, to be honest, because I asked them, like, is there anything else you want me to do, and they never responded back, and I'm like, kind of rude. So I was like, yeah. So. I think I'm going to put this on the back. I've never actually used one of these, so we'll find out. That'll be an adventure. So, I'm going to flip this. Everything should stay in place. And now it's time for me to get the turn on. How many cables can you get past here? There was a fan controller somewhere, only that much. Ah, yes. Maybe not. What is its fan controller? Let's just work on getting the RGB stuff back there. So what do they teach you in computer engineering anyway?
Like, they taught us, like, well, the first part is, like, the 5 main parts to a computer and how to power it on, but, like, a bunch of kids didn't pay attention because they didn't think there was going to be hands-on class. So when we got to the hands-on part, like...
They had no idea what they were doing.
One guy plugged, like the power cord into, like, some other thing that wasn't. He turned on his computer and it just sparked up, and, like, steam came out and stuff. And I missed that day, and I was, like, really pissed off.
I would have been upset at that.
Because, like, it was a field trip day for you, too, so, like...
Yeah. So it was, you were not...
I wish I was there just to see what he did, but, like, they just told me that he plugged in a bunch of different cords because he thought it was right.
And obviously it wasn't, yeah.
Yeah, and then, like, downloading OS and then installing. We did Linux and stuff.
Yeah, Linux is easier to do in the classroom. I don't know why they didn't put... I'm sure there's got to be a fan controller somewhere. Or a fan splitter or something. Just put the trash over there. Okay, we're going to do it this way. Why not? Actually, I'll just bring it all back here. And I'll find power for it later. Oh yeah, and you got a nice motherboard too, so you can overclock it. So it's got like, yeah, I had to send back another one. What's up? How much longer? Doinks, what's up? Cameras more. But yeah, so the motherboard is like an overclocking one. So if you want to ever like, I don't know, overclock, then you've got that option as well. So it's like a super fancy one too. So okay, so let's get power supply out. Somehow cram that down in there. There should be, get to it on the left, there's blue, like on the closest to you, there's some blue drives in like the packaging. Yeah, those, grab 2 of those. That's also internship goodies. They wanted to throw those all the way.
Oh, you just took them all?
Yeah, I asked them. Of course I asked. They were like, yeah, we're gonna throw them away, and I'm like, oh, let me make use of those. So, what time we're rocking? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm like, really? Table. Nice overkill power supply. Yeah. Let's throw this back here. And yeah. Let's get what we need now. So, leave one of them. Leave one of them. Probably need one of them. Yep. Definitely that. They put too much in here, but that's a good thing. We need one of them. The rest we should be good on. Yeah. Take these, I don't forget these. Okay. Yeah. This is just where you get a bunch of cables and you cram them all in the back and then you mess around with it. But it was good so far. Yeah, so I had originally gotten you an RGB power supply, but the problem with that is it didn't support the motherboard. And so I had never encountered that problem before. So your motherboard is substantially better at overclocking than the thing I have back here. So it'll be, you can have a fun time with it. I would not I mean, you know, don't go overkill.
Yeah,
I'd Google stuff.
Yeah.
Because usually Google will help you out a little bit more on that situation. But it's what you call overkill. So, oh, what's up, Micah? How's it going, man? Let's see what we got here. Okay. Okay. What else do I need? 2 VGAs. And just get those all back there. And then it's going to be madhouse trying to get all these cables. Because the one thing about your computer is you have much more cables than your brother. So this will be a fun one. It's good. Okay. VGA. So many cables. Oh my goodness. It's always the power supply. Why is it always the power supply? That's good. Okay. Now to adventures of more cables. Oh, and this is where the fun part begins.
titanium.
I said this had a lot of cables. I was not joking.
Yeah.
This one in particular. What the? Okay, yeah. They've decided to do things a certain way that I'm going to give an honorable mention, but this has to come off. There's no way I'm getting that. There's no way I'm getting that. The power for the CPU is right behind the this, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to get it off. So or plug it in with this sitting on there. Hi. The Adventures Returns of the Younger Brother. Okay. Now while we're here, how you doing, Dan?
Good.
Alright. And the other CPU cable also goes through there. Yeah, this is gonna be one heck of a system. So, there you go. Yeah, well, he's kind of already out of the room. Sorry, my brother. Let's see. So you know to plug all the stuff into the graphics card, not the back here. Yeah, just don't plug in the, because you're not going to get any signal. That's what your brother did. Yeah. So just to make sure it doesn't happen again, just be aware of that. Hard drives. Where'd you put those? The hard. Did I take the hard?
Yeah, you took them.
Oh, fine. Okay. I think it's a mess. They're on the fingers all the way. They're all wraps, and I'm like, and they all work too. But I'm like, really? See if you can find me another one. That one's not open. That's open, but I want to make sure. Just grab. There should be under. So on the closest to you again, it should be the bottom stack. There should be some wrap ones. So see if you can find one that's not open. Because the unopened one that should work. The unopened ones I should be. Or yeah, that works. That works. Right. Sorry. We'll have to process it at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all RGB. Everything you see in this is RGB.
So Isn't this the same case as?
Yep. That's what I got. The RAM, RGB. The cooler, RGB. You're making him moist. So.
Oh no. In 1060.
And 1060. Yep.
Good.
What?
It's a nice 1080 Ti graphics card box you got there. Where'd you get that from?
That's been there.
For how long?
It says box.
Come on.
We'll come back later.
Yeah, I'll come back later.
Okay. I've been seeing a lot of people getting sponsored by NZXT with their build thing where they charge $100 to build a PC and then pick the parts. Any thoughts? I mean, hit me up. No. I guess just good luck. I guess. Trying to make sure I understand it because I'm. Just yeah. I guess good luck. Just be. Parts and thoughts. Yeah, I mean, good luck. I think that's hard stuff to get to, and I think it's like more like giveaway style. So it's gonna be something I guess you kind of geared towards. What am I doing? That's already plugged in. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be geared more towards that. Okay. The amount of cables in this is mind-blowing. Whew. Okay. There's zip ties somewhere. I'm gonna start using something so I can keep my head straight. Whew. Yeah, a lot of cables. Yeah, nothing really new on the chat. Yeah, just gets. You can stop by for dinner if you like. I don't know how long more longer this will take. It shouldn't take that much longer. Okay. Okay. RGB controller. Oh, that's magnetic. That's cool. Where I can put that, we'll find out. Test when the system's on. Do you think the Craigslist PC are good or not? Well, Craigslist is a great place. You wanna know why? Because you'll always end up getting scammed. I mean, I want to sell a PC on Craigslist, but I mean, it really does depend. Like, you have to go there and sniff the whoever's buying it out. Like, you can't just get, like, you know, show up and hope that the guy's gonna be truthful to you. You never know. You could have dropped it in the water. There's a lot of things that can go wrong when you do that. I mean, if you really want to build a PC or get a nice custom built PC, used is not always the best. I've learned that it's not necessarily the best way to do things. This is just a nice little mess. So this, when I first turn this on, all the lights are not going to come on because I'm still going to be messing with stuff. So everything that's plugged in that should be plugged in, so I can see stuff, it's not going to all turn on. So don't freak out. It's just I got to see what needs to be done and what not needs to be done, or what doesn't. It's hard to tell how things are supposed to go when you can't see stuff. Okay. Actually, yeah, I had to plug in the power button for still, so that's going to be an interesting situation. Okay. So power button. That thing. Wherever that thing is. Okay. Okay. So your motherboard. Okay. Okay. So, that's, of course, you're going to see that, as I said, not going to all light up. Good thing is, your liquid cooler is pumping, which is good. The fans, of course, are not turning, which I'll deal with in a second, because I haven't plugged them in yet. Let's see what I got. They should sync up in about. I'll plug this in. Just gotta test. I'll worry about syncing up everything in a second because it's all not sunk correctly, but I still gotta get the lights on too. Front panel lights. Speaking of which, we're up. Get the trash pile again. Move that stuff off the table. Okay. 6 cores of Ryzen enough to stream while using. Yeah, it should be fine. I still gotta do these lights too. We've got a lot of lights on here now. Turn this off a moment. So I heard the pump working. I have a Ryzen and GTX 1060, but I need a new monitor. Yeah, it's fine on that. I mean, depends on what monitor you get. I hear the 144 hertz is all the rage. Apparently, your brother, was that what your brother got? The fancy stuff.
The display's so nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. The newest stuff is at least. Oh, that's what I was looking for. There we go. Start solving one problem at a time. So now I'm going to turn this on. That's the start spinning. There we go. So there we go. We got that spinning. It's one thing at a time. Graphics card will be good. I'm actually going to get Windows installing while I wait for that. So, I don't mind. It already looks nice though. I like the RGB stuff on there.
It looks sick.
Yeah, the RAM is yeah, that's the, as I said, that's like some of the, arguably the best RAM out there for that stuff. Let's see what we got here. We'll reboot in a second. There we go. Okay. It's not reading the RAM. So, let's fix this. Try reseating it. I'll show this. There we go. Oh yeah, that's some nice.
Yeah.
That's some nice stuff. Okay. And yeah, now we have both sticks of RAM red. Okay, good. Make sure you get all you pay for, you know. I'm gonna make a file for stuff to be done. Where is the RGB? Okay, let's get some windows going, shall we? Shall make sure everything is worked real quick. Oh yeah, you got nice temperatures. You got room temperatures on the processor. So eventually everything will be synced all together. Let's all get back here as well. One thing at a time. Good news is we're not having any light shorting out, so.
Did you have that problem last time?
Yeah, that's what happened with his computer, which I'm almost entirely sure that it's. Now let's get the fans going, shall we? Okay. Really, do I get one again? Do I have to get one of these? Oh well. I'll wait for that to finish before I fix the front fans because I gotta take the whole power supply out. Yeah, we'll just wait for that to finish up. That should all sync together.